All right, good afternoon, Promise Academy. This is Coach Smith checking in. Today is Tuesday. This is week 2 of our virtual PE. All right, today's lesson will be geared towards 2nd through 5th grade. However, you know my rule. If KM1 want to join, feel free to come on in the room. All right, so today's lesson will be over throwing and catching. All right, but we won't just be throwing and catching a ball. However, we'll be throwing and catching a Frisbee. All right, so today we're throwing and we're catching a Frisbee. But before we get started, you know I like to warm you up, so let's get warm. All right. All right, so it looks like you're nice and warm. All right, the first thing that we're gonna go over today will be throwing the Frisbee, okay? But before we get started, let's go over the anatomy of a Frisbee, all right? So, of course, it's real simple. Top of the Frisbee, it's the smooth part of the Frisbee, all right? And then this is the bottom of the Frisbee, or the scoop, if you see how it kind of curves inside, all right? So, the top of the Frisbee, you would place your thumb, and the bottom of the Frisbee is where the rest of your fingers go, okay? All right, so, of course, when we're throwing a Frisbee, Coach Smith will give you cues. You'll have 4 cues today, and Coach Smith will teach you how to get through those cues or get through those progressions, all right? All right, so let's get started. The first cue will be point. The second cue will be across. The third cue will be step, and then the fourth cue will be flick. We're gonna flick it, all right? So, Coach Smith is gonna show you how to move through these progressions the correct way. All right. All right, now that we've shown you how to actually throw the Frisbee, all right, now we're going to go over how to catch the Frisbee, all right? Coach Smith uses 2 techniques, and I give them really cool names, all right? The first technique will be the crab hands. So all you're doing is chomping your hands down like this, as if you were a crab, all right? The second technique that we're going to use is called the alligator mouth. All right, so you're gonna chomp down on that Frisbee. So when we use the crab hands, of course you will let the Frisbee fly close and get into your hand, and you will chomp down on it using thumb on bottom, the rest of your fingers on top, okay? All right, and if you want to make a catch or increase your chances of catching, of course, use 2 hands, all right? And of course, the alligator mouth, Frisbee flies close, you chomp down on the top and the bottom of the Frisbee, like so. All right, so let Coach Smith show you how it's done. All right, now that we've shown you both techniques of how to catch and how to throw, all right, Mrs. Smith and I will just have an old-fashioned Frisbee toss, and we're going to show you how to properly throw the Frisbee, and we're going to show you both techniques of catching the Frisbee, all right? So, let's get started. right, that concludes today's lesson. I hope you guys had a great time. I had so much making this video for you. Just want to give a shout out to the PE specialist. You can find him on YouTube. Just want to give him credit for some of the cool terms and some of the information used during today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are amazing. See you next time.